Melbourne going right to left. Grinter's hand pass blocked, close to the boundary line. Yates back into Grinter, and Grinter's kick up towards half forward, line in front. Markle free kick. And Gary Lyon in between wing and half forward.
Looping handball over the top, Wilson, back to Lyon. Lyon's in slightly better position. A scrubber kick up towards the forward pocket. Here's a chance for Troy. Handballs to Boz. Boz gets the kick away towards the wing. No mark taken. Player at the back, Grinter. Feeds it out to Yates. Yates onto Stretch. Stretch into the forward pocket area. Too far for little Jackson. Over the top, and the free kick will be taken in the back pocket for Geelong by Troy.
Melbourne, after their poor performance last week, 7 changes. 2 players through injury, but 5 were dropped from last week. And this ball is out of bounds again. The umpire hasn't signalled that way. Hughes picked as All-Australian this week. It's scrappy so far. Yates goes in and applies the tackle to Bairstow. And Bairstow, who was superb last Saturday and again on Wednesday at Subiaco Oval, takes the free kick up towards centre half forward. Excellent mark to O'Dwyer, who's been starring as a tap ruckman in the latter part of the season.
The Don Scott nomination for the Victorian side was young Stephen O'Dwyer. His kick lands in the hands of Flower. Flower plays on and kicks direct towards full forward, and a good mark taken in front of the pack for the Demons by Steins. He's inside 50 metres. The flags indicate that the wind is blowing to the small scoreboard end, so it'll take a decent kick from Steins to score from here. Gives it a good thump up to the front of the square, punched away by Lyon. Jackson, shot for goal by Jackson is a beauty. First goal of the match to Melbourne.
Yes, I think you're right, Robbo. The wind seems to be favouring the end to which Geelong are kicking, although from the flags it may be even going straight across the ground, or a fairway fairly straight across the ground. Steins kicked that one from about 53 metres out and struggled to make the distance, but it was a good knock from Lyon from behind. He had no chance of marking it, knocked it to the front of the ground, front of the pack, and good roving by Jackson.
Tapped out by O'Dwyer, comes to Healy, but his kick astray, and a chest mark to Cole. Ricky Jackson getting the first goal of the match. He's playing just his 6th game for the season. He was one of the inclusions this week. On to Boss, over the centre circle to Bruns. Boss kept on going, and direct play by Mark Boss right to full forward. Ablett's there, but it didn't reach him, and an excellent mark taken in defence by Sean White. We keep calling him an Irishman. Well, he keeps saying he's a Scotsman, but was recruited from Gaelic football in Ireland. Now here's Warren Dean, number 23 for Melbourne, at left half-back.
Tremendous conditions at Waverley. The only thing wrong, just a little bit of swirling breeze. The play on wing, Member's side. Hand pass out, Bruns on the end of it. There's a chance again for Boss. High ball between centre half forward and full forward. Oh, good thump away by the Demon defence. Stoneham, handball over the top. Couch, balks and weaves, gets around. The hand pass away. Unselfish play by Brownless to Russell, and the goal kick for Geelong.
Yes, good start by both sides, and that's what Geelong did last week. They weren't unselfish. They weren't selfish at any stage. They were always looking for players in a better position. Stoneham was only playing for survival there. He had to handball it out. But Brownless could have got around, I'm sure, but opted for the hand pass to Russell, who kicks an easy goal.
So a goal apiece after 4.5 minutes. Back in the centre, the bounce by umpire Vernon. Big O'Dwyer wins the tap again. He finds Healy, and Healy will take the free kick from the centre circle. Greg Healy. Up to O'Dwyer. That's good coverage by Big O'Dwyer, Stephen O'Dwyer. And he goes long, inside half forward. Williams is there for Melbourne. Struggles to get the ball out. The umpire's going to ball it up. Both teams went with the players who were named on the bench. Marty Christensen and Damien Burke for the Cats, and Simon Eichhold and Dean Sharon of Melbourne. Sharon cleared just before clearances closed this year, formerly played with St Kilda and Footscray playing his first game for the Demons.
Here's a chance for Wilson. Gets past Hughes. Goes for goal. Oh, was that marked on the line? It might be through. There'll only be a centimetre or two in it. It's a goal. Well, it looked very, very close. The Geelong player quite stunned. Second goal on the board to Melbourne through Wilson.
Yeah, good running play by Brian Wilson. He took the Geelong defender Hughes on and got around him quite easily. But gee, there was nothing in that. May have kicked it a little bit casually, Brian Wilson. Should have made that one a certainty, but there's a little bit of uncertainty with that decision.
O'Dwyer wins in the middle again. Comes down here to Viney, who's had a season interrupted by injury. Todd Viney, having come from South Australia, a former tennis player who once beat Boris Becker. Well, everybody's done that lately, especially Australians. Short pass up the ground. Oh, bad slip down there by Cameron, and it's whipped out of defence by Grinter for Melbourne. Up short of half forward. Comes to Jackson at the front of the pack. Out in front of Lyon. He overruns it badly. Flanagan's hand pass blocked. Lyon, Jackson. Hughes bowled over and will take a free kick. That's Troy.
Troy's kick towards the wing. Finds Cole, who's a tremendous running player for Geelong out of defence. Had something like 24 possessions last week. Gets away. Runs through the wing area. Kicks long towards centre-half forward. It's to the disadvantage of Geelong. Now it's to their advantage. Russell gets the handball out. Chance now for Gary Cameron. On to Hocking. Hocking inside 50 metres. Short pass. And the mark taken by David Cameron, who kicked 8 magnificent goals for Geelong last Saturday against North Melbourne. And a chance to kick his first against the Demons this afternoon. Nearly 7.5 minutes gone. Melbourne 2 goals, lead Geelong 1 goal. 35 metres out. Cameron kicks truly. Second goal for the Cats. 7.5 minute mark, first quarter.
Played an excellent game last week, David Cameron, including 5 goals in that third quarter when Geelong completely dominated North Melbourne. And now Sean White has the job of minding him. He was a long way away from him at that stage. But here's a good play by Hocking to get this one over. Little chip pass on the left foot, just over the top of Brian Wilson. And Cameron only kicked that one from 30 metres out.
Well, they've swapped goals. Twice Melbourne have led by a goal, and twice Geelong have come back. O'Dwyer wins again. He's won every centre bounce. Comes down to Viney, up towards Williams. Not quite. He's taken it outside 50. Hotly pursued by Darcy. The paddle on, but Geelong out of defence. But on centre wing, it's all Melbourne. But the ball will rush out of bounds before anybody can get there. And that ball beating Brett Lovett out of play.
Ball on centre wing. Scores level. Melbourne 2 goals, Geelong 2 goals, just past 8 minutes. Chance for Spalding. Tap over the top, Jackson. Out wide, Lovett. Gets around onto his right foot, kicks it high. In towards Lyon, punched away by Boss. Here's a chance now for Bailey. Bailey feeds it out wide. Wilson, who's been dominant early. Dean into the pocket. Mark taken by Viney in front of Flanagan. Little too far out to score. 55, 60 metres out. Short passes on. It's a beauty. Williams drops it. Kicked away there by Darcy. There's a chance for Buse overruns it. Darcy back onto it. Very athletic looking player as Darcy. Handballs back. Exel out towards half-backs. A good kick, good position kick, and a mark taken by Baldwin.
Baldwin familiarly with the socks down. Played his first game last week. Russell! What a leap by Dwayne Russell. And a mark near the centre of the ground. Former South Australian state player. Up towards centre half forward. David Cameron backing into the pack. Flanagan gets it back to Ablett. Hurried kick over the top from Bruns. Oh, here's David Cameron. Mark not paid. Stoneham, number 26. The umpire calls for it and will ball it up.
Centre half forward for Geelong. Stoneham gets the tap out, goes out wide. Jackson doing the roving for the Demons. Plenty of time. Decides on a bounce. Streams through half-back, kicks over the wing. Hocking. Pushed off the ball by Healy. Viney caught by Hocking. Ball runs free. Free kick to Geelong to be taken by Hocking.
Yes, beautiful tackle by Hocking. Gave the Melbourne player no chance.
And the Cats coming back. Through the centre of the ground. Baldwin's kick towards centre half forward. White. Sean White. He's adapted pretty well to the game of Australian football. Mighty kick towards centre half forward. Chance here for the D's. Comes to ground level. Wilson missed it. Healy helps him out, gets it to Wilson. He puts it out wide to Robbie Flower going past. Perfection pass, and marking 55 out as Williams. Wheels around, won't make it, so he goes long. Chance here, oh, Viney was there. Comes off hands. Jackson. Healy. Geelong putting pressure on in defence, and Melbourne can't get a kick at goal. And now it's going to be a Geelong free for a push in the back. They're in trouble there, the Cats, about 25 metres from goal.
It was a tremendous smother on the Healy hand pass by Buse.
He's had a great year, Andrew Buse. Been a tremendous player for Geelong in that defence.
It's a long one, out towards half-back. Chance there now for Geelong. Oh, Baldwin crashed by O'Dwyer. Recovers well. Still has the ball underneath him. Penalised for not moving it on. And O'Dwyer will take the free kick for Melbourne. The revamped rule says that players must attempt at every opportunity to move the ball on. O'Dwyer's kick into the pocket. High flyer was Steins. Williams can't get the ball away. Close to the boundary line. Over. We'll have a throw in 60 metres around from the Melbourne goal. At the 12-minute mark, Melbourne are 2 goals, Geelong are 2 goals, and scores all tied up.
Comes to Bailey, who hooks it up towards goal. 25 metres short, dumped out by Boss, and the ball out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in the forward pocket. Scores dead level, just past the 12-minute mark in the first term, 2 goals each.
Flanagan and Steins, it's at the back. Jackson can't break clear of the tag. Now he does. Can he kick it off the ground? No, he tries to grab the ball. Chance now for Buse. Buse out quickly to half-back, outside 50 metres, and finds touch just over that 50-metre line. And a little bit of relief for the Cats. Jackson looked very, very dangerous there for Melbourne.
Yes, he did, but good defence by Geelong. They played with desperation last week, and they're going to want to retain that spot in the top 5.
Baldwin, hand pass blocked, goes back into a pack. Bailey trying to get it out. Now Umpire will ball it up. Actually, Melbourne's side looking a little bit stronger this week when you consider that a couple of their interstate recruits, Todd Viney and Earl Spalding, are both back in this week after injury. And it's been disappointing for the D's that they've been missing them for a large part of the season. Bailey's kick up and down the one spot, won't go 10 metres, dumped out by Boss. It comes to Warren Dean, another interstater, bounces in the goal square and goes away from goal. But Buse doing it well again. All Geelong in the back pocket, and the mark to Bruns.
Bruns doesn't mess about, kicks it out towards the wing area. Good punch away by Spalding on Stoneham. And it goes over for a boundary throw in between wing and half forward, slightly favouring the Demons. They're doing well, Melbourne, in the early stages of this match. Scores level. O'Dwyer, chance for Baldwin. Does it well, played quite well in his debut last week. Handball to Exel. Exel up to half forward. Is a chance for Russell on his own in front of Stretch and takes the mark. 60 metres out from the Geelong goal. He plays on with kick number 3. Up towards full forward. Ablett flies. There's a chance. David Cameron kicks his second goal. Well, he kicked 8 last week, and in 14 minutes of this game, he's already kicked 2. Ominous signs for the Demons.
He's a very dangerous player, David Cameron. There's another good player for Geelong, Wayne Russell. Put in a good game last week against North Melbourne. Started off in the same vein this week. But here's a man that spread eagle with the pack, Gary Ablett. Knocked them all over, and Cameron down on the ground, roving well. Kicked an easy goal.
Well, he kicked 8 last week. He's on target for about 20 this week. If he keeps this up, Couch will take a free kick. Grab when he didn't quite have the ball. A lead by Cameron. From what we've seen, he'd be better to stay on the ground and pick up crumbs. Here goes Bruns. It's socked away by Ablett. Bruns in there again. Russell doing all right at the start of the match. It comes over the top from Steins. Cameron applies a tackle. Stoneham's there for Geelong. Spalding, Stoneham again. And now Lyon for the D's. In between half-back and the centre. Troublesome hand pass. free kick was going to be paid. Eventually, Dean gets the ball to Wilson, and he breaks away. The two number 7s. Couch closing the gap on Wilson. His pass is wide, very wide to Williams, who marks outside 50.
Kick over the top, looking for Wilson, gives Troy the sit, and the solid Darren Troy takes the mark for Geelong in the back pocket. Short pass, Cole. Looking for someone further afield to kick to, no one in short, so he goes long into the centre circle. At the back, there's a free kick being paid out of that marking contest, and it might go back into the centre to be taken by Russell. He doesn't quite know. No, it's going back to Ablett. Both players flew in the marking contest. Ablett takes the free kick, thumps a 70-metre torpedo into the forward pocket at the back of the packet, bounces over the line, and that ball has travelled 115 metres.
Unbelievable kick.
Well, that tells us which way the wind's blowing, doesn't it? I thought it may have been going more across the ground there, but definitely favouring this little scoreboard end.
A real scrap here and a chance for Geelong to get a goal if they can get it clear. It comes to Russell, good player, left foot centering kick, what a goal by Dwayne Russell. Gee, he has not done a thing wrong at the start of this match in the first 16 minutes. He's kicked 2, Geelong have kicked 4 goals to 2.
And that was an absolutely miraculous goal by Russell. There's a knockout by Lovett. Picked up under extreme pressure from Sean White, but he managed to get that left foot through somehow. And it's an amazing goal because he had to get it over the top of Sean White's outstretched arms.
Well, good players kick goals from those positions. I think you kicked many a goal under those circumstances.
A little bit of luck comes into it at times too, Robbo.
Great play. Chance now, Wilson. He can't break clear. Spalding with strength crashes his way through. Left foot kick towards half forward. Oh, good positioning of the body by Williams. Didn't quite take advantage. Boss caught by the Williams tackle. Held in. No chance of getting rid of it, Mark Boss. And the umpire decides on a bounce. Just inside 50 metres. A chance for the Demons. 17 and a half minutes gone. They trail by 2 goals. Good punch out by Flanagan. Cole towards the wing area. Mark taken by Couch. Defensive side of wing. Paul Couch got the very tough task of containing Robert Flower on the wing. He kicks into the centre. Mark taken by Dean for Melbourne. Warren Dean in the centre. Kick number 4. 15-metre penalty against Baldwin for not coming back. Dean plays on. Thumps it towards goal in short. No mark. Chance for Viney. Passes it off to Williams. Williams now back to Viney. The angle is more severe, but Viney kicks the goal and puts it through with a beautiful kick. First goal to Viney, third goal to Melbourne, and the difference is 6 points in favour of Geelong. 7 shots for goal and 7 goals.
Yeah, so I was just going to comment on that. It's quite amazing because it is very windy out there. Fairly strong north wind. And I thought Williams may have done the wrong thing there by giving it out to Viney, but it ended up okay.
Oh, great scoreboard. 4 goals to 3. And Melbourne winning out of the middle, this time through Steins. Off the ground, Flanagan. And now a kick by Grinter, bouncing short of half forward. Thumped on with a 2-fister. Goes to Williams. Taken away by Lyon. Good vision by him. Robbie Flower. 35 out. Another straight kick. Scores level.
So an even first quarter, the Demons surprising with their spirited resistance. Back to VFL Park in a moment. In Super Sunday football this week, the Dons' day of reckoning as they face the Swans in Sydney. They've pulled out of their death dive, but are the Bombers really flying towards the finals? The Swans are in the big 3, running hot and ready to put the acid on Essendon. The Swans versus the Dons, live from the SCG at 2:10 on Sunday. quarter at VFL Park was almost as tight as the first. At half-time, Melbourne led by 6 points. We go back there now for the start of the second half.
Start of the second half here at VFL Park, and the Demons lead by 6 points, and their lead perhaps could have been even more. And they've dominated in the air, and they've given players like Bailey so many possessions. But Dean Bailey has had 22 possessions to half-time, 15 kicks, and he had 9 kicks in the second quarter. I said Dean Bailey, I meant Brett Bailey. It's Dean Bailey playing for Essendon, isn't it?
Both sides struggling to get the ball out of the centre. It's Couch, handball wide, Boz, left foot kick well smothered by O'Dwyer. Very raw, but gee whiz, when he gets some experience, he could be anything. His kick up towards half forward. Christensen, handball back to the lumbering Flanagan, tidied up by Darcy. Darcy's long handball, Hocking, out wide, Members wing. Mark taken for the Cats by David Cameron, who'd kicked 4 goals in the first half of this match, 8 last week, 12 goals in a game of half of football. Kick over the top by Cole, intercepted by White. White's kick up towards the wing. Wilson's in the van for the Demons. Boundary line very close. Keeps it in nicely. Handball to the advantage of Grinter. Runs away from Flanagan. Goes for goal with a long one. Swinging back. Punched away by Christensen. Darcy under pressure from Jackson. And it goes over the boundary line, and we'll have a throw in 4 or 5 metres around from the Melbourne goal. The Demons leading by 6 points at the start of the third quarter.
And Melbourne in attack. Flanagan wins this tap, but straight back out of bounds, so he'll have to do it all again. Well, you highlighted Darren Flanagan's lack of pace, and a couple of times there he's been really exposed. There are only 4 ball-ups in the first half, so perhaps the umpire's new interpretation of the tackling law might be paying off. Greg Healy across the face of goal. A good mark by Exel, just inside the boundary line, deep in the back pocket.
He's done well since coming back from the country to play with the Cats. Gavin Exel tried out at Carlton earlier in his career. Kick out towards the wing. Good mark by Brownless. He runs away from Spalding. Decides on the bounce. Confident enough to have a second one. Now gets the long handball away. David Cameron staying on his feet. Can't break away from the Sean White strength. Looking for the free kick. Play-ons is the umpire. Brownless can't break away. Now the Demons tidy up through Wilson. Wilson at half-back. Kicks it close to the line, but it's brilliantly delivered to Jackson, and he takes the mark, the young fellow on the centre wing for Melbourne. He swings it back into the centre, punched away from Troy. Here's a chance now for Geelong to come forward. Hocking, short ball to centre half forward. Good mark taken by Gary Cameron. Play-ons is the umpire. Hocking in there again. Bit of strength, not too quick, but reads it well. His kick into the forward pocket. Bounce over the top, favours Ablett. Ablett's kick well smothered by Hughes, out of bounds. Boundary throw in 35 metres around from the Geelong goal.
He's had a bad day, Gary Ablett. He's now playing at full forward, but he's been well beaten by his Melbourne. What's that, 3 positions for the day for Gary Ablett. Very bad day.
And Russell going up here. Comes down to Brownless, the left footer. Hughes back there on his own and takes a good mark. Danny Hughes, who captained Melbourne to their night premiership this year. His kick up towards the wing. Bailey again. Gee, absolutely blitzing. Coming up for his 16th kick. On Bairstow, who's been very, very quiet. Short of half forward. Off the ground, Jackson. Caught from behind by Boss. Play on. Ice hold it was, yeah, and the free kick to Exel.
Exel's kick into the centre. Chance now for Grinter. Healy. Long one towards centre half forward. Oh, greatly judged mark taken for the Cats by Darcy. Outnumbered 2-1. Darcy kicks it in short. Flanagan. Pace to Byrne. Runs through the centre. Kicks it towards centre half forward. High! No mark taken by Brownless. Cameron at the bottom of the pack, backs himself, well caught by Sean White, thrown off the ball. Out comes Stretch, handball over the top. Brownless gets it away to Flanagan. Chance for Gary Ablett. David Cameron, Ablett Left foot shot for goal. Hughes sees it safely through for a behind. For the Cats, they go to 8-4-52. They trail Melbourne by 5 points. The Demons 9-3-57.
That's Gary Ablett's first score for the day, a behind. Kicked 6 goals in a quarter in a night game earlier this year at this ground. Looked as though he was set for an absolutely sensational season. Played the first state game for Victoria and was dropped for the second one. Free kick taken by Dean up towards centre wing. Arshold, number 25. Hughes beats him to it. Into Hocking, who's had a good start to the second half. Bruns. Straight up the centre. Chance for Burke. Burrowing through is Russell. Caught. Play on, says the umpire. It flips out here. And Spalding gets the ball out of defence to Greg Healy.
Healy did have Bailey in the centre, but elects to go up the wing. Good kick by Healy. Finds Robert Flower in front of Marty Christensen. Kick number 10 to Flower. Half forward, 3-1, and the one man was Arshold. Handball to Bailey. Bailey goes for goal. It could bounce through. Williams takes it now and kicks the 10th goal for the Demons. 10-3, 63 Melbourne. Geelong 8-4-52. Melbourne by 11 points.
It's a great play by Melbourne. And it's amazing how Arshold took that mark in the middle of those 3 Geelong players. That was a thing that amazed me. It should have been surely a Geelong defender who was capable of knocking that ball away, but they weren't. And Geelong are just not playing with the same confidence and determination as they did last week against North Melbourne.
Michael Cole off the ground, Baldwin back on. I'll tell you what, if I was John Devine, I'd be thinking about Bairstow on Bailey. He has just, Bailey set up that goal and he's just absolutely cutting them to pieces. O'Dwyer taps down. Baldwin knocked off his kick. Greg Healy, lightning hand pass. Here's Bailey again, spinning out of trouble. That's beautiful. Awkward for Wilson. Oh, crash. Wilson got his own man. And that'll be a baller. Well, tough enough when you've got the opposition, Simon Arshold. You don't need it from a Brownlow medalist on your team.
Stoneham limbering up for the Cats. Preparing to come back onto the ground. Steins, good ruck work by Flanagan, gets the ball out towards the wing. Grinter bumped off the ball by Russell. Bailey under pressure, gets the hand pass away. Great gather by Dean. Dean up towards half forward. Flower. Oh, what a player. Robert Flower, the leading player Williams, and the delivery nearly as perfect as the mark. The Flower mark.
It was a great mark, Robert Flower. He seems to be getting better and better as he gets older. The things he does, it just continues to amaze me.
Williams is only about 30 metres out on a 45-degree angle. He kicks for goal and kicks accurately. Second goal in 3 minutes to David Williams. And Melbourne 11-3-69. Have opened up a bit of a gap. They now lead Geelong by 17 points, just past the 8-minute mark of the third quarter.
Good play by Dean to stream down from the wing there. Now look at that mark by Robert Flower. Christensen seemed to have him nudge him out of position, but great judgment by Robert Flower. And there's the pass, of course, to Williams. Perfectly executed.
O'Dwyer to Healy. Up to Flower again at half forward. Hughes back at him, applies a great tackle, but the umpire said Flower didn't quite have it. Andrew Hughes reluctantly has to give it to the Melbourne skipper.
How about the way he stayed on his feet?
12th kick to Robbie Flower from about 49 metres. It's close. Didn't miss by a long way. 70 plays 52, and Melbourne starting to put their superiority on the scoreboard.
It's hard to know what Geelong can do. They've had no one up on the forward line really who can kick goals. Ablett and Brownless have been out of business.
Oh, he's danger. Flanagan balking and weaving in the back pocket. He gets the kick away and finds Boss. The play now, 75 to 80 metres away from the Melbourne goal. Mark taken by Russell. Handball back to Flanagan, who's run on fairly well. Kick around the corner is effective. Held when he didn't have the ball was Healy. And Bruns I think he appreciated that he'd given the free kick away, and Greg Healy on the defensive side of centre wing, members side. Kick number 14 for the diminutive Melbourne Rover. Kicks up towards half forward. It's at the back. There's the Viney. Handball over. Jackson with pace, chased by Troy. He gets away and kicks a goal for the Demons. Beautiful goal by Jackson. Tremendous play by Viney up the field. And the Demons lead by 24 points.
And that's a very handy lead at this stage of the game. At the 10-minute mark of the third quarter, there's a handball out from Viney, and here's a man with plenty of pace. That's Ricky Jackson kicking his second goal, and Melbourne's 12th for the afternoon, and they're doing it very well, Melbourne.
3 goals won in this quarter to 1 behind. Geelong get it out of the middle this time. Gary Cameron, hand pass to Couch, is intercepted by Viney, who really charged at that one, socketed off the ground. Jackson overruns. Viney kept going. Great play. Pops up the little short pass, but too short, and Flanagan intercepts.
Flanagan short, risky, into centre half back. Mark taken by Baldwin. Well marked by Eishold, a little bit too keen, and gave away a 15-metre penalty. Kick up towards the centre. Mark taken by Russell. Bit of a hit on the back of the head. Danny Hughes dashing back. Russell will take the ball. 10th kick coming up for the Ruck Rover. Drop punt is a good one. Brownless. Beautiful mark by Billy Brownless. 40 metres out. Less than 40 metres. 5th for the day. Already kicked 1 goal. And a badly needed one for the Cats. Punts for goal. Looks okay according to Billy. Goal umpire agrees. Second goal to Brownless. 9th to the Cats. The difference 3 goals in favour of Melbourne.
And a badly needed one to Geelong. They're still 18 points down, and not really playing well enough to win this game at this stage. But that's something that Brownless does very well. He can certainly take a big grab.
Stoneham preparing to come back on the ground for the Cats.
Been waiting for a while.
Yeah. Steins on the ball this time for Melbourne. Once again, they get it out of the middle, although Wilson couldn't quite get it clear. Gary Cameron across to Troy. Gary Cameron did well, there he is. Bailey again. Jackson putting it out wide for Stretch, who went without it. Runs. Whoop, got rid of it in a split second. Baldwin. Good chase by Jackson. Bairstow. Just about unsighted, Mark Bairstow. Played a great game last Saturday and again on Wednesday. Baldwin gets it in short to Troy. To centre half forward, Russell. Good mark before Grinter could spoil. Well, Geelong kicked the last goal through Brownless, and if Russell can repeat the dose, they'll be within 2 goals. Don't deserve to be there. Oh, and was that a bit of a finger in the eye?
Didn't look too good.
Russell kicking from about 48 metres. Oh, right on 50. And he's way offline, out of bounds on the full.
Danny Hughes, hard up against the behind post, a kick in for the Demons. It's a good kick, covers 50 metres plus, half back, punch on. Ablett, oh, he runs into a wall of players, one of which was Sharon. Quick kick by Wilson, out towards the wing. Flower can't quite gather in front of Buse, and we'll have a boundary throw in on centre wing members' side. Melbourne 12-4, lead Geelong 9-4. Just past the 14-minute mark of the third quarter. The big men fly, here's Hocking, doing well. Cross to Couch, Couch up towards half forward. In front, Cameron can't mark. White at the back, it's paddled through. Good fortune, backed up well by Hughes, who's come out from full back. Kicks long, direct, thumping ball up towards half forward O'Dwyer. Hand pass off to Viney. Viney onto Jackson. Jackson with pace. Around Bruns. Into the pocket. Oh, casual as you like. Warren Dean. 40 metres out.
Like a training gallop, didn't it?
It was like picking daisies in the paddock at Archie's Creek. 6th mark for Dean. 12th kick coming up. Not a bad looking kick either. The goal umpire moves across. He signals a goal. And what a beauty by Warren Dean. His first goal for the afternoon. And the Demons again lead by 4 goals.
Yes, he can certainly kick a ball, Warren Dean. He looked very casual going for that mark. Here's the mark by Steins, a nice little shove in the back. Now it's O'Dwyer. Good running play by Melbourne. Out to Jackson. He's been a very handy player for the Demons this afternoon. And there's a pass to Dean, who looked very casual. No, he had to do it too. He had to go for it one-handed because I think it would have been over his head.
Back live now. Gary Cameron up near centre wing with a free kick. Brownless. Knocked away by Grinter. Steins is there. You've done well, Big Jim. Back to half-back flank. And well played by Lovett. Into Jackson. Up to centre wing. Arsholder's there. Thumps the ball on for Flower. Or Viney. Been impressed with Todd Viney today. Down he goes. Down goes Greg Healy. In the back. Free kick.
Well, Geelong supporters not too happy. Melbourne obviously elated. Up towards centre-half forward. O'Dwyer's just pushed Exel out. And Exel will take the free kick for the Cats at centre-half back. Ironical cheers from the Geelong fans who reckon they're getting a raw deal from the umpires. Kick number 9 coming up for the blonde half-back for the Cats. Trying to run on. Go back and kick over the man on the mark, says the umpire. Now he runs on. Well shepherded by Troy. Exel gets the kick towards centre-half forward. Oh, a high flyer. Brownless couldn't mark. Couch grabbed when he didn't have the ball. And Sharon gives the free kick away for Melbourne, or against Melbourne, and Couch will take it for the Cats at centre-half forward.
Paul Couch coming up for his 13th kick. Just inside the centre square. Lead by Brownless, and he left Hughes in his wake. And Billy Brownless would give this a nudge from 50.
Billy will make the distance, no doubt. Kicking from 50 metres, he's a very good long kick.
He's coming up for his 3rd goal. Made the distance all right, but missed the target. Brownless has kicked 2 goals too.
Nearly as good as your drive off the 14th at Huntingdale. Hughes kicks the ball in for the Demons. He kicks it well, Danny Hughes. Over the 50-metre line. Wilson goes after it with a bit of strength. Good play there by Hughes, who came up and took the ball at half-back. Flower taps on intelligently. A chance for Viney. He can't quite get there. And it goes over the boundary line for a throw-in. Well, I thought Hughes was a bit quick to kick out and get it again. It was Stretch that kicked it in.
Throw in centre wing. And a good hand pass over the top by Sharon. Finds Flower. Into Greg Healy. Back to Flower. Keeping's off. Robbie Flower with a run at this one. Long bang for goal. Floats across the face and brings up a behind. And he's kicked 3 goals, 3.
And given Geelong plenty of problems up there on the forward line, on the Melbourne forward line. They've had to move, I thought Hughes was playing on him. He is. They can't really find anyone to cover the brilliance of Robert Flower.
Kick in by Darcy, straight up the ground. Because the mark, yes, it's been paid to Ablett at centre-half back. Maybe Gary's having a run on the ball now. His quick kick, first kick for the quarter, finds Bairstow, who hasn't had much of the football. As Drew has already said, played a sensational game last week. And also in the interstate match, Bairstow's kick. Oh, the high flyer again. Brownless can't mark. Running free, Bruns. Pushed off the ball by Dean. Illegally, says the umpire, and Bruns takes the free kick rather fortunately for the Cats. on the half-forward flank.
Dangerous centering kick. Put Flanagan under all sorts of pressure. And he just dragged in the mark by lying on his back. And they're getting leads everywhere. Not too sure which way to go. Russell. Left Spalding behind. And Dwayne Russell, who kicked 2 goals in the first quarter, for his 12th kick.
And he can kick the ball long distances too, Dwayne Russell, so he should make the distance okay from there.
They trail by 4 goals, so they need this. Comes to the front, Brownless. Slips it back to David Cameron. Hooks back over his shoulder. This boy is a freak unit. He's kicked 5.
And a couple of good weeks by David Cameron. 8 goals last week and 5 goals straight this week, up into the 20-minute mark of the third quarter. Good play by Brownless though. Handball out to Cameron. And a beautiful snap for goal.
So he knows where the goals are. Tap out by O'Dwyer. Chance for Geelong to go forward. A great smother by Wilson. He'll be rewarded. He got the handball back from Viney. Kicked it towards Flower on the half-forward flank. Tackled by Buse is a good one. Fair, yes, you've done it well, Andrew Buse. Bad luck for Robbie Flower.
Good decision though.
10th kick coming up for Buse. Kicks towards the wing area. Ablett can't mark. Oh. Ball runs free. Chance for the Cats. Russell. Free kick being given away behind play. And it'll go to Melbourne. It's Sharon. Handballs on to Bailey. Forced to kick with the left foot. At the back. Viney. Long handball. Flower. Buse after him. Flower ducks back onto the right foot. Kicks it high towards full forward. Nearly a great grab by Geelong. Bruns. Handballs away. A free kick's been given behind play. Umpire on the spot against Christensen. It'll go to Dean for Melbourne.
Yes, Dean was legged.
Dean to shoot for goal from 40 metres out.
I thought the umpire may have let that go.
Another forward line free kick.
He was definitely legged.
Dean punts for goal and punts magnificently. Straight through the centre. Goal number 2 to Dean. 14-5 plays 10-5. Melbourne by 24 points. We're 22 minutes into the third quarter.
Well, last week Geelong kicked their 2nd highest ever score. I reckon the only way to pick a winner is work out who got thrashed last week and go for them.
Here's the free kick again now. Grabbed around the legs by Christensen, or fallen on anyway. Maybe a little bit fortunate to get that one after a second look, Robbo.
Go back for a cup of coffee with Glenn James and see what he says. Bairstow out of the centre. Brilliant smother by Greg Healy. Tap on. Russell in there for Geelong. Bailey swings and struggles his way through, but the umpire decides on a bounce. Very near the centre circle. Stephen O'Dwyer. Ablett taps on. Spalding. Left foot kick high out towards the members' wing. Bounces on the VFL logo. Chance for Eishold. Kick around the corner. Flower can't mark. Flanagan's recovery's good. Handball over the top puts Darcy under pressure. Hand pass away. Buse in support. Through centre half back. High into the centre. To no one's advantage, only Melbourne. White. Good play by Sean White. Player on his own out wide. Bailey, not real quick, but has had quite a lot of possessions. Handball onto White, fumbles. Bailey's in support, hard up against the boundary line. Bailey short kick. Jackson under pressure from Darcy. Darcy taller, stronger, quicker. Away. Here's a chance now for Geelong. Through centre half back. Bairstow over the top. Hocking. Handball on. Gary Cameron can't break clear. The Cats are fumbling. David Cameron. Towards full forward. Brownless tries the specky. Ablett, can you stay on your feet? Kick it off the ground. He does. And puts it through for behind. 10-6 plays 14-5. 23 points. Melbourne lead by Cole to come on. Christensen to go off for the Cats.
Bit of joy there for Cole to come back on. He could have been playing against his brother, but Nigel Cole, who switched to Melbourne a couple of years ago, was dropped by the Demons this week. Good mark by Steins, just behind centre wing. Jim Steins, the kick up short of half forward. Flower slipped over to allow his opponent Hughes to mark. Slips away the hand pass to Gary Cameron. Flower back at it, bowled over by Hughes, allowing Cameron in. Ablett stays at the back. Oh, Brownless wide open here for the Cats. Bruns going past. Well done by Hughes to make sure it didn't reach him.
Tremendous play by Danny Hughes. Not a great deal of polish, but geez, a tough player. Grinter it was that was in support. His short kick finds Sharon on the wing. Sharon's hand pass. Love it. Love it in short. Oh, bad miss by Geelong. It's Darcy. Williams. Inboard Wilson. Short kick by Wilson's a beauty. Finds Jackson only 20 metres out directly in front. And the precision football has been played by Melbourne.
Well, they're by far the better side today.
Well, they were thumped by St Kilda last week.
And Geelong looked world beaters, didn't they?
Yep. And so it must be just the motivation after a bad loss. You come out the next week and turn it around 200%.
Third goal to Jackson. 15th goal for Melbourne. And they lead by 29 points. And we're into time on in the third quarter.
And that was the score at three-quarter time. The Demons 29 points up. It was, in fact, the winning quarter as they kicked 6 goals 2 to Geelong's 2-3. And the Cats never challenged in the last term. Melbourne going further ahead to win by 40 points. 4 goals to Flower, 3 each to Jackson and Williams for Melbourne.